Boom. Boom, boom, boom. All right. Hello, YouTube, and welcome to our viewers, listeners of the podcast, and all of our fans on Instagram, Tumblr, and Facebook. I'm SK.
And I'm Nay.
And we're the Dykologists, where we engage you in the art of dykology, which is the study of all things dyke.
Through the eyes of these two dykes.
That is a perfect opening. Why don't you tell us about yourself, Nay?
Well, I'm Nay. As I said, I'm in my 30s. I'm in sales as well as tech. What else should I tell you about me? I like dogs.
Pit bulls.
I do like pit bulls, but not only pit bulls.
We're going to do all the lesbian cliches.
And let's see what else. I like movies, and I'm a veteran, and I just like hanging out with this pretty person right here.
Thank you. Well, I'm SK, and I'm in my 30s, and I'm your resident academic, struggling graduate student in sociology and women's studies, and I'll be giving you a little bit of learning moments where I go like this and providing some definitions on things like sex, gender, sexuality, race, and equality, what have you. And we recently
got married.
Look how pretty we were.
Put a ring on it.
We were very, very pretty, and we want you to appreciate how
those,
pretty. And then we also have these three beautiful children, which are how old?
They are 10, 8, and 3. They are pretty awesome.
Tell us why we wanted to do this podcast and this YouTube channel.
Well, we wanted to do this channel because, okay, back up. Here's the real deal. I was at work one day. I came home from work, and babe here was like watching a whole bunch of like lesbian webisodes on YouTube. All right, and somehow when I got home, I got sucked into it, and so it became a thing that, you know, we started doing together, and eventually we ran out of things to watch, and so, you know, we just wanted to make a channel that was, you know, similar to our lives and our kids, and just, you know, give you guys a glimpse into things, you know, we think and we have going on the daily. And so we reached out to a couple of our friends on Facebook and posed to them, you know, what they thought about us starting the channel and what kind of topics they'd like to see from us. And so we have, you know, like a working list as of now, you know, to start out with.
And I'm going to tell you about it as soon as she stops talking.
Listen.
I'm listening. Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, babe.
That would never happen in our actual married lives. But here we go. Some of the topics that our friends put up there had to do with sex. We had several votes for sex because you all are nasty. And we will take that very seriously and we'll provide you with some episodes regarding some lesbian sex. Number 2, people wanted to know about love and relationships, things like emotional intimacy and how to not kill your spouse over the course of your entire marriage. And I feel like I have a lot to say about that, okay? And thirdly, people want to know how we parent our kids. For example, one of our children, the 8-year-old daughter, is a trans girl as of last year. And you can put comments and questions in the link below. I don't know why people always do that in Facebook or in the YouTube.
Comments below.
In the comments below. Right. Okay, I'm new at this. Okay, it's not my mothership at all. So, do not distract me. Okay. And if you'd like to know about our daughter and from our daughter about how we raise our kids in a gender critical fashion, then you can give her some questions, and she is actually very excited to make a list of them all. She said a book of them all, but you know, she thinks big like me. And then she'll make an appearance and answer anything you need to know about trans girl children at 8 years old. In the next couple of episodes, what are we going to talk about? What's the first one?
We're going to talk about sex is the first one, isn't it?
No, we're going to talk about why we're lesbians.
Oh, yes.
In the first
We are going to talk about why we're lesbians, how we came to pick up those identities.
That's right.
And probably how we came out, too.
Yeah, I think that could be
I think a
interesting.
lot of folks may
In
wanna hear
the
about
age
that.
of disappearing lesbian bars and disappearing lesbian identity, it's interesting for young folks like us. We're young. It's young. We're young.
We're hip with the
We're,
youths.
we're with the youths on Tumblr. Mostly me.
Mostly
not
her.
her. And I think it's important to figure out why would anybody pick that label in the first place and what that's got to do with everything that's going on under this administration. The second episode is going to be about sex.
Okay.
And that particular
I
one...
wasn't that far off then.
No. That particular one is really going to be about the haunting of the butch femme dynamic on contemporary current queer relationships in and outside the bedroom. So we're going to talk about power play. We're going to talk, not that kind of power play, but the other kind that's a lot to work through. And then the third episode is going to be about our interracial
stuff.
relationship.
Yeah, and how that plays a factor in, you know, in our lives and just us being out and about, you know, in public
this
and how we
racist
interact with
society.
other people.
And what else? That white supremacist shit.
That's true.
Essentially, in a nutshell. And later episodes will tackle certain things like having a mental illness or recovering from an eating disorder and how a partner can help somebody with that. Or what else we're going to talk about?
We said we'll talk about some parenting stuff. I think we
Yeah.
mentioned that before.
And we're going to do other kinds of segments. Like
yeah,
what else?
but like definitely we want you guys to also give us some things to, you know, talk about. Like, what would you guys like to hear? We also want to do some kind of advice column where you guys can ask us, you know, questions and we can give you guys feedback and things like that. So be sure
and
to
the
hit us
real
up.
brutal, honest answers.
Well, yeah, of course.
And when I make a little sign of timeout like that, that means it's learning time. And we're going to learn some definitions right away in our next episode, which is our episode 1 on Why Are We Lesbians, which is following right after this.
All right. Well, like I said, hit us up in the comments below. Let us know what you guys want to see, and we'll be sure to get it out to you.
Make sure to like us, view us, and subscribe to us.
Exactly.
Oh, and on that
Roger
note,
that.
I forgot to say that in the interest of transparency... Okay, did you lick your lips? Because it's really distracting. Do it again. Do it again.
Do it again.
It's really distracting. And in the interest of transparency, I'm very interested in letting you know that this will be a monetized channel so that in case we make it very big, very large, we can make like $1 or 10 to support our family, take everyone to Dunkin' Donuts.
Exactly.
Stuff like that.
We
really
coffee.
We really like the donuts. That is some relatable content. All right, later everybody.
Later.